Hello and good morning dear students. Now we are moving to next lecture on course experimental techniques in physics. Next point of this course, we already started module number 2. Next point is kinetic theory of gases. Generally, kinetic theory of gases you already studied in thermodynamics and statistical mechanics course. So I'm going to just you take a brief review or just recall concepts and important parts in kinetic theory of gases course that you studied. So first of all, you know that assumptions is very important part of kinetic theory of gases. So here I have shown in this slide certain assumptions. For example, a gas is composed of large number of molecules. All the molecules of a given chemical substance are exactly alike. So exactly alike means what? Their size, shape and their chemical nature are same. The molecules are separated by distance that is large in comparison with their own dimensions. So why that part is important? Because if you take that distance between those atoms is compared to with it's compared with their distance between them, in such cases, for such cases, we have to apply laws of quantum mechanics, because interaction between molecules become quantum mechanical and interactions are not quantum mechanical. That's why we have to take this separation is large compared to their own dimensions. The molecules, next, the molecules are in constant state of random motion and chaotic motion. Chaotic means we cannot determine, predict that motion. This motion is related to temperature of the gas. So temperature is the factor of randomness in the gas molecule. If we increase temperature, randomness increases. We already know that the velocities associated with temperature are going to increase. Now moving to next slide, which is on assumptions again. So in this slide, next assumption is that the molecules exert no force on each other or wall of their container except when they collide. So the volume occupied by molecules is negligible compared with the volume occupied by the gas. So again, next assumption, the molecules behave as a perfect elastic sphere. So in this way, we can we can use these assumptions for kinetic theory of gases. And we know that such gases which obey certain laws are known as ideal gases, but ideal gases does not exist in the nature. In nature we have real gases. So behavior of real gases is different from ideal gases. Then definition of pressure: if we measure pressure of a gas, then pressure is the pressure which is exerted on vessel which contains that gas. Okay, and why that pressure is caused? That pressure is caused by impact of gas molecules on the wall. Now we can get certain relation between physical quantities that we can measure. For example, pressure, volume, temperature, those can be expressed by gas laws. So molecular motion, we know, as I told you, in from kinetic theory of gases, the molecules are in continuous random motion. Okay, and their distribution of velocity is given by Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution. So Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution, this equation tells us about how the velocities of that molecule are dependent. Now here you can see factor of temperature. In this equation, 4 pi square root square root of m, which is molecular mass, divided by 2 into k, which is Boltzmann constant. T is the temperature, which is absolute temperature. Okay. Now, this relation provides statistical distribution of molecular velocities and states that if n molecules in the volume, and there will be dn molecules which can be having speed of v and v plus dv. So I think this can be also shown in figure. In previous lecture, I already shown you figure, and these velocities we already established those relations in previous lecture. Now, important part about kinetic theory of gases is the gas laws. So here I have prepared a slide of Boyle's law. So you know that Boyle's law is product of pressure and volume is constant. So here if we take delta as the gas density, then we know that m into n is equal to gas density. M is molecular mass and n is molecular volume. So mass in multiplied by volume density will give us density, and pressure is 1 by 3 into delta, which is from definition of pressure, and which is 1 by 3 mn into v square, which is, if you multiply that pressure with volume, so you will get pv is equal to mv square upon 3 into v, where m is total mass. This relationship shows that at constant temperature, so this is the statement of Boyle's law, at constant temperature the pressure varies directly with density or conversely with volume. Now next gas law which is important is Charles law. So in Charles law we derive that Charles law from average energy of the molecules. So average energy of molecules is kinetic energy, which is 1 half mu square, and pressure energy is 2 into n, which is molecular density, E average divided by 3. So if you substitute that, you will get this relation, P is equal to nkt. So pressure is equal to n times k into t. So this is the mathematical statement of Charles law. Again, if you solve this, instead of n, if you take number of molecules per unit volume by substituting n is equal to capital N upon V, we will get relation PV upon T is equal to NK. So in another words, PV is equal to N into K into T. So where P is the pressure, V is the volume of that gas. Another statement is P into Vm is equal to RT, where Vm is the molar volume. So this is the another statement of Charles law. You already studied all these laws, okay? So I'm just recalling. Then molecular mean free path. So this molecular mean free path is very important for our experimental techniques in physics course. Why? Because in creating vacuum, okay, creating vacuum, we need to take out molecules of the gas. So if we take out molecules of the gas from given region of space, so then as I told you, those molecules are continuously in random motion. So if these molecules are in random motion, okay, like this, now here you can see there is a collision. Due to collision, that molecule is changing its path continuously. So path is not predefined. So path is continuously changing. Okay. So for that purpose, I can say for that purpose I can say here the average what is the definition of molecular mean free path is given: the average distance a molecule move before colliding with another molecule. So collision, another, which includes collision with the chamber wall, being excluded. So we are not taking the collisions which are taking place with the chamber wall, and such distance is known as mean free path. And definition, from that definition we can we can find out molecular mean free path. Lambda is equal to 1 by root 2 1 upon pi n d0 square, which is equal to k into t square root of pi d0, its square, where d0 is molecular diameter, which is of the order of 10 raised to minus 8 centimeter. N is number of molecules per unit volume. So here this formula is very important. You have to recall this formula, because from this formula we can solve problems. How we can solve problems? You have given pressure, molecular diameter, number of molecules per unit volume, and from that we can find out molecular mean free path. For example, if 760 torr is the pressure which is given, mean free path for air at 20 degrees Celsius, so temperature is given, D is given. So if you substitute this value in this equation, you will get lambda is 6 into 10 raised to minus 6 centimeter, and if you reduce pressure 10 raised to minus 6 torr, so here you will get mean free path as 51 meter. So here, as you can see, if we reduce pressure, molecular mean free path is going to increase. So pressure is inversely proportional to molecular mean free path. So that's why if we reduce pressure, the collision between molecules are going to reduce. Okay, so at lowest pressure collision is larger, at higher pressure collision is more. Here derivation of this formula is given. Okay, so derivation part is, I think I can skip out, because derivation is not necessarily important. So here this formula is important. Lambda is equal to 1 upon under root 2 pi n into d0 square. Next point is number of impacts with chamber wall. This is the next point. Number of impacts with chamber wall. Why this is important? Because in between molecules which remains very even at high vacuum, where mean free path becomes very long due to small size of molecules and resulting likelihood of collision occur. So here we have given certain numbers. Okay, with this I think we finish our revision of kinetic theory of gases, and this point, number of impacts with chamber wall, or which is also known as impingement rate of molecules on the surface, we will cover in next lecture. Thank you.